So you nervous about the fight?
They're scared to death.
You don't look scared?
Well, you ain't supposed to.
Then you don't have to do it.
Yeah, well, I think I do.
You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is gonna be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Oh, what, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself, and this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
It's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this. But you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
Wow! That was so touching. Welcome to Vegan Reacts Reviews, where we react and review to things on the internet. Same day, same shirt, different video. And that was a clip from Rocky. I don't know which Rocky it is. Rocky 5, I'm guessing, because he has a kid and the kid's grown, so I'm guessing Rocky 5. Was there Rocky 5? Was there Rocky 6? I don't remember all the Rockies. And I think the character, Rocky Sylvester Stallone, is what a lot of people are missing in their lives, what a lot of men are missing, what a lot of women are missing, which is a fucking strong, well-rounded, healthy male figure, father figure, or just a father. With someone, so you know, we've seen this culture come out with the red pill and sort of this man with a mic sort of podcast culture come out on social media over the years, over like what it's really blown up over the last 6 years or so, and someone called it like father replacement culture, or like the father replacement economy, where like men and women who didn't have fathers, that's their father figure, that's like their replacement, their pseudo daddy, and like men play into that and basically take advantage of a lot of lost boys and girls just looking for like some sort of like guidance, but always telling them like the wrong fucking information, because mostly it's just young men giving young men advice, but these young men also have no life or relationship experiences. Anywho, not all, and I love the manosphere. I always separate the manosphere from the red pill. I think Sylvester Stallone, the Rocky character, would be right perfectly fit into the manosphere. Wouldn't really fit into the red pill, because he said something that the red pill does all the time is point fingers, it's your fault, it's women's fault, it's modern day women, it's modern day feminism, it's the matrix, everybody's fault, it's what is this, it's hypergamy, it's the chats, it's always somebody's fault, it's the court system, it's the divorce rate, it's obesity, it's someone's fault, right? But again, this is all victim classes, victim cultures. They all do this. Women do this very much as well. All the feminists, all the modern day feminists, all the girl bosses of the world who hate men, who think everything is a man's problem. If the world was just not ran by men, there would be no war, there would be no poverty, there would be no hurt feelings. Like, every victim class does this. Point fingers and blame everybody else for their problems. Fighting shadows. Instead of picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and moving on with life. Happiness is a choice. I believe happiness is a choice. Or if you don't like the word happiness, I actually don't like the word happiness, because happiness usually derives from something has to happen for you to feel this way. Happiness. I like the word joy, or peace of mind, or contentment. And that is a lot of times in your control. Yeah, your life can suck, and life cannot be fair, and you can have been born in a shitty situation, but life is still about choices. And it's not, what is the quote, is not the thing that happens, is how you react to the thing that happens. And a lot of people have a really poor way of reacting to things. A lot of people are very reactionary, very emotional. I grew up in a household like that. I grew up with a mother like that, who blamed everybody else for her problems except herself. And she probably didn't have the best childhood, but she's a grown-ass woman still blaming her childhood for her mistakes and her horrible she's becoming the abuser. She blamed her abuse on her children, on her past abuse, and everybody who hurt her, or whatever. She never took any accountability for herself. And I knew I wanted to be nothing like my mom. Like, I don't want to be like her. It's despite me not having children, I spent most of my 20s preparing to be a mother, and I didn't want to repeat the cycle of abuse. And so I did a lot of self-healing, and a lot of self-work, and a lot of therapy, and a lot of reading, and a lot of listening to very smart people, a lot smarter and intelligent than me. And one of the things I tend to do is take responsibility for my actions. I don't blame anybody else. Like, if I'm in a friendship or relationship and I have abandonment issues or have trust issues or whatever, I will try to explain to them like what is rooted in, and have patience with me. But I don't blame my bad behavior on my childhood, on my abuse, or my sexual assault, or anything. I don't blame my lack of whatever success I think I should have on me being black, or me being a woman, or me being kind of sort of queer, like whatever. Like, I'm responsible and accountable for myself. Things can't be fair. Like, life isn't fair. Life isn't fair for most people, and life will never be fair. If you're waiting and holding your breath for life to be fair, then you will be dead. Because life is not meant to be fair. That's just life. You know what I mean? It's a difference between oppression and life not being fair. And I think a lot of people don't understand the difference between those two. You take the cards you're given and you play them the best of your ability. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the time, but I never blame them on something else unless I'm like literally directly victimized by something. You know what I mean? Like my sexual assault or something like that. But I'm not going to take that assault and be like, well, now I'm going to take this and now everything is that fault. No. Like what he said, I don't know like how hard it is for young boys to live under their father's shadow. I don't know what that feeling feels like. But I'm pretty sure there's worse things to have a great dad who has made a name for himself, a legacy for himself, not using his children to build a legacy, but building his own legacy, and then you living under that legacy. I don't know how hard that might feel for a young man, but I'm pretty sure there's worse things to feel. So I was kind of like, boo-hoo, cry me a river. But I liked everything he said, and I like that he ended it with, I love the fuck out of you. You're the best thing I've ever done. And I believe the fuck out of you. But until you believe in yourself, then you're not going to have a life. And that's a lot of the progressive, woke, very hypersensitive Gen Z or Gen V Gen Z. Maybe the sort of these millennials with this kind of hyper focus on validation from the world. You must validate my identity. You must validate my queerness. You must validate my genderness. You must validate every kink I have and every thought I have. Like, no, your validation comes from you. Until you can validate yourself and you know you're worthy, then the amount of validation you get from everyone else is not gonna matter. Until you believe in it, it's not gonna manifest into the actions that you want it to manifest in. Anyway, I'm done preaching. I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. Let me know what you guys think of that clip in the that I played earlier on. Let me know which Rocky it was in the comment section below. And let me know if you agree or disagree with anything I said. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. You can donate. It helps keep me on this platform. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you.